Hello everyone and welcome back to Night Watchers. Today we are going to be doing something completely different for I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but for astronomical events. But yeah, I'm okay. Not sure if I said that right, but yeah. Before we get into the video, go ahead and knock out that like button. Turn on your post notifications. Click that bell down below so you'll be notified whenever I post, because YouTube isn't letting you guys know when I post. I'm not understanding why. But so you'll be notified whenever I do post. Go ahead and click that bell down below. And like I said before, don't forget to subscribe if you're really rocking with me. So today we're looking at what's happening Sunday, which is tomorrow on my end. If you're a Central Time, the 20th is tomorrow. Now, I'm not sure how Eastern Time and things like that work as far as, well, I'm pretty sure for Eastern Time, if it's the 20th already, you've probably already seen the blood moon. But for those who have not, or who doesn't even know it's happening, here to give you the inside scoop. As you can see, we're on YouTube, and there's different prophecies of what the blood moon is going to bring. Now, what makes this so phenomenal, not only is it a blood moon, it's a super moon, and I think it's a wolf moon too, because I think that's because it's red. So it's a super blood moon, a super blood wolf moon is what I call it, because it's like three things in one. I think it's going to be the closest to Earth. I believe the next one is going to be January 2022, I think. So yeah, we're just going to watch one of these and see what other people perspectives about it. Now this, with the one with Trump's face on it, January 20, 2019, Super Blood Wolf Moon. What's really going to happen? Let's watch that one first.
This is Josh. On his first day of starting an e-commerce business, he broke $300 in one day.
I'm not sure this may be up a little bit high.
On January the 20th, 2019, a super wolf blood moon will appear in the night sky and be visible to a large part of the world, but it will be most visible to North and South
I think
America.
He's showing you
Some
how
think this may be a major end time event
the Eastern
which will
Time
lead
sees it
to
first.
the rapture, because Joel chapter 2 verse 31 says, "The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the coming of the great and awesome day of the Lord." That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. But before I do, make sure and subscribe to my channel and click the bell if you're new, so you don't miss any of my future uploads.
What you think may happen.
I upload new videos every Thursday and live stream every Sunday. What is a super wolf blood moon?
Let me know what you think about
asking?
this.
The super is in reference to the moon at perigee, which means that at this time it is nearest to the Earth in its orbit. Therefore, it appears bigger than at other times. The reason why it's called a wolf moon is because during this time of the year, wolves, amid the cold and deep snows of midwinter, howl hungrily. As a result, the January full moon is...
Okay, because full moons anyway are for wolves anyway. Did I say that right? Yeah, full moons are for wolves anyway. That when a moon is full, that's when the wolves start howling and stuff like that. So that's probably why it's called a wolf moon too, because it's a full moon.
It's typically referred to as the wolf moon. And the reason why it's called a blood moon is because of the red or orange glow the moon gives off as a result of a total lunar eclipse. Now, people are making all kinds of speculations about the January 20th.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but if you have different beliefs of what's going to happen, let me know down in the comments below. I would really like to know, because I'm going to record this on my phone, of course, and post it, just so you guys can see what I see.
Blood moon, claiming that it is a sign of the end times. And some are saying this blood moon is significant because it appears exactly on the halfway point of President Donald Trump's term in office. So does that mean that...
Well, okay. With that, I've heard that a lot. You know, they said that he said it was halfway through Trump's time in office. I don't think, well, because his last go is next year. So I wouldn't really say this like the midpoint. I believe the midpoint is like, I would say September or close to the end of this year is when people will start getting excited that, you know, somebody else is going to be in office. Just saying. Just had to throw that out there. But another thing that I noticed he said is it marks, or something about the end times. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe that, or I've heard somebody say, this is not just me going off the dome, but I've heard somebody say that in the Bible it says that there's going to be 3 blood moons, I believe. But there's been so many blood moons for years. So I don't really think this marks the end time. I think this is just something big, and people make it out more than what it seems. Like, oh, something big like this is happening. Something big must be about to happen after that. But I don't know.
The upcoming blood moon on the 20th of January is a fulfillment of end-time Bible prophecy and a sign of Jesus' soon return? No. First of all, blood moons, or lunar eclipses, which is what scientists call them, and people used to refer to them before some prophecy teachers found out they can rename them to generate interest for their books and YouTube videos.
Yeah, because anybody knows that an eclipse is just, I believe, the shadow of Mars. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments once again, but, you know, people make it, because it's red, because whatever light is shining on it through the shadows is red, which makes the moon out to be red, they call it a blood moon. And the Bible does mention this. It does. But, you know, Christians make it seem like, oh, every blood moon, because every blood moon, someone has said, oh, this is going to be return of Jesus. I don't believe that's the case. Because there have been so many blood moons that has happened years after years. There's like at least 1 or 2 blood moons a year, 1 or 2, maybe 3 a year. So I don't think that's true. Yes, the Bible does mention it, but it just mentioned it as to be signs and wonders, not something that's going to be like, hey, this is the sign of I'm coming back. Because if that was the case, he would have been back by now, right? Okay.
Are actually quite common. There is an average of 3 lunar eclipses a year, and this has been going on practically since the beginning of time. And just because something rare happens during a lunar eclipse, like the midway point of President Trump's presidency, doesn't make it prophetic. There are rare events that happen in connection to lunar eclipses all the time. And if you watch YouTube videos about past lunar eclipses or blood moons that have happened, they're often claimed to be prophetic because they're in connection.
And another reason why is because, you know, humans being humans, us being us, when anything happens in the sky that everybody can see, we're trying to figure out, okay, something big is going to happen. Something has to connect to these events that's happening. Whether if it's a full moon or a blood moon or a blue moon, we automatically think, okay, something's about to happen. But that may not be the case. It's just, you know, signs in the sky of just to be aware of, not something, you know, that's prophetic or anything like that.
To something rare. But just because there's something rare about them doesn't mean they're prophetic. What makes a blood moon prophetic is that it follows the correct sequence of prophetic events. And that sequence is outlined in Revelation chapter 6 verses 12 through 13, which says, "I looked when he opened the sixth seal, and behold, there was a great earthquake." So first, there's a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair.
Now, if I'm Christian and I have heard this before, but you don't, because there has been anybody's Christian points, well, not me, but a lot of Christians point the blood moon to be as Jesus coming back because of what the Bible says. Now, we don't know if the sixth seal has already been open or not, because there's been a lot of earthquakes and the sun has become black as sackcloth of hair, yet so say. So, with those things not happening, then, Christians should be aware that, the sixth seal has not been opened. But of other words in the book of Revelation, and the Bible brings different standpoints of what has happened through the years, to where the sixth seal may be open very soon, so say.
Next, the sun becomes black, and the moon became like blood. Then the blood moon will appear, and the stars of heaven fell to the earth, as a fig tree drops its late figs when it is.
And this is where most Christians get where, okay, blood moon, Jesus coming back, when that's not the case, because in the Bible, there's many events that falls in the place of a blood moon. The sun going dark, the stars falling to the sky, earthquakes and things like that. That has not happened yet. But every blood moon, there's somebody who's like, okay, this might be it, or this might be it, but that's not the case.
Shaken by a mighty wind. After all that, after the great earthquake, the sun becoming black, the blood moon of Bible prophecy appearing, there is a remarkable meteor shower. Did you know that this sequence of events has already happened? And
I know that I keep pausing it. I know it's irritating because it's irritating when I have to watch somebody else do it. But just want to point out, even though these events have not happened all together, all at once, everything has happened but the sun turning black. Everything has happened but that. But blood moons have happened, earthquakes have happened, and meteor showers have happened. Even though they haven't happened back to back to back, they have happened.
It has been historically documented. Not only that, it's going to be repeated in quick succession before the return of the Lord. I made a video about that entitled, "We Are Living in the Sixth Seal of Revelation." Click on the card on the upper right hand corner of the screen or the link in the video description to watch it. Ever since the 4 blood moons tetrad prophecy in 2014,
if you want to watch that video after you finish this video, I will leave that video, this video too, the video he just mentioned, in the description below.
Which was an epic failure. People have been claiming that every subsequent lunar eclipse is prophetic. Don't be fooled by these false prophecies. When speaking about signs,
like I was saying, every blood moon that we see is not prophetic. It's not.
Signs of the nearness of his coming, the very first thing Jesus warned us about was being deceived. He said in Matthew chapter 24 verse 4, "Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many." When Jesus said they will say, "I am the Christ," that means these deceivers will confess that Jesus is the Messiah. In other words, these deceivers will claim to be Christians. Acts chapter 20 verse 30 confirms this. There, the Apostle Paul wrote, "For I know this, that after my departure, savage wolves will come in among you, not sparing the flock. Also, from among yourselves men will rise up, speaking perverse things to draw away the disciples after themselves. And Jesus said in Matthew.
And in the Bible, you can actually see that these things that he's saying are actually happening now. So I don't want to get too into, Bible-wise about what people think is going to happen. I'm going to watch another short clip of this Super Wolf Blood Moon Harbinger prophecy. I'm not sure what it is.
For years, I thought I was lactose intolerant.
Of course, I don't have YouTube Premium, so we get commercials. Yay!
January's full moon is set to be very special as 4 lunar spectacles combine to give the night sky a red hue.
Okay, so it's 4, not 3. So it's 4 things in one moon that's going on. Okay.
Stargazers and astronomers will be treated to both a full moon, wolf moon, supermoon, and a total lunar eclipse on the night of the 20th and 21st of January.
So it's going to be 2 nights. Okay, so which means anybody in Central Time is still going to be experiencing this too. So I'm trying to decide now if I want to go live or do I just want to record it. Not sure yet, but I do know it's going to be lasting 3 hours. I don't know if she's going to mention that or not, but it is going to happen 3 hours. Don't know if I'm going to be outside that long, but yeah.
The moon will be at its closest point to Earth in its orbit, lighting up the night sky as the striking supermoon. The eclipse will then give the moon a red glow, creating a phenomenon known as the blood moon. January's full moon has been known as a wolf moon for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations tracked the changing seasons by the lunar months rather than the solar calendar, naming the months after features they associated with the northern hemisphere seasons, including howling wolves. These names are now used to identify the full moons.
Yeah, like I was saying before, every full moon, there's I think about 2 or 3 full moon every month. There's a full moon, 1 or 2 full moons, or 3 at the most every month.
Astronomers say the super blood wolf moon eclipse will last around 3.5 hours, and a full lunar eclipse.
Yeah, 3.5 hours. Don't know if I'll be outside that long, like I was saying before.
Will not be seen again until May of 2021.
Okay, sorry for all the stops, but it's 2021, not 2022.
January's blood moon falls on the exact halfway point of President Trump's term in office. President Trump was born on a blood moon on June 14, 1946.
Didn't want to say anything about this, but it's like, maybe that's why a lot of stuff, crazy stuff, has been going on in the White House. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he's crazy. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
This is 700 days exactly before Israel became a nation on May 14, 1948. When President Trump was sworn into office on January 20th of 2017, he was exactly 70 years old, 7 months and 7 days. Then, on Israel's 70th anniversary year of becoming a nation, President Trump declared Jerusalem to be the one true eternal capital of Israel and moved the U.S. Embassy on the 70th anniversary, May 14, 2018, fulfilling Psalms 48. In 2018, there was also a blood moon, but it was only visible over Israel on July 27th.
I think, you know, maybe it, I don't know, I didn't hear her say if this blood moon is going to be only just in that region. It's just going to be seen over Israel. I think it's this Sunday is when Israel's going to be just able to see it in that region. So I think, I'm not sure if that's in the Bible or not. If you do know if it is, let me know down in the comments below. I'm really not sure how that connects though, but feel free to let me know down in the comments. I will read everything word for word, promise. But we're gonna leave it off right here. I will be hopefully maybe going live tomorrow night, Sunday night, as soon as it starts. So I'll be keeping a close eye out for that. Thank you guys for tuning into my videos. Like I'm always going to say, I appreciate you guys so much for the views and the likes that you have given me so far. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate it to the soul, to my soul. I appreciate it a lot. I love you guys so much. And I will be doing 2 videos Monday. And then hopefully trying to do 2 videos Wednesday. Because I was supposed to be doing 2 videos this Wednesday. But so much was going on. I didn't have a chance to. So life got in the way of that. But I will try to do 2 videos. I will do 2 videos Monday. And I will try to do 2 videos Wednesday as well. I'm not going to tell y'all which games I'm going to play or what's going to happen. But they will be up. Promise that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on that bell down below so you don't miss any videos. Alright guys, thank you so much. Love you. Bye.